We now consider the second of our approaches to dealing with procedures. The way it differs from the first is in terms of scope of the free variables inside a procedure declaration. Here we have an example of a program declaring a procedure P that uses a variable U declared outside of the body. Using dynamic scope, the procedure will use the version of U that is most currently declared at the call site. Using static scope, the procedure will use the version of U that was declared at the declaration point. Use the online tool to construct an execution sequence using the dynamic scope rules. Next, use the online tool to construct an execution sequence using the static scope rules. Be sure to explain the difference in the results obtained. The difference between dynamic scope and static scope arises whenever a procedure body uses a variable that has different declaration points at the place where the procedure was declared and at the place where the procedure was called. The treatment of procedures in the previous section was ignorant to this issue and therefore gave us dynamic scope. This is a preferred choice for macros and for a few programming languages with procedures. For most programming languages with procedures, the preferred choice is static scope. One way to achieve static scope is to rename all declarations of variables and array names to be distinct throughout the program. This could be done manually by modifying the program. The choice made in the book is to do so automatically, but on the fly, as we generate the program graphs, using an environment to tell us what the renamed version of a variable is. You will have to read the details of this in the book. As far as the semantics is concerned, there is no need to change anything. When you use the online system and look at the execution sequences, you should bear in mind that the renaming is only performed internally and not expressed in the frames. It is now time to read the section in the book, doing the try-it outs on the way.